right back. Woohoo. Back, everyone. All right. Sorry for that. Okay, good morning. So I figured I'd just fight through this with Haps. Understand. I understand you're in beta mode, so I'm very supportive, and I'll let it slide. Okay, so good morning to everyone. I've been on Haps a few times from the phone. This is the studio. I'm not gonna stay on here very long because Haps and whatever's going on doesn't really allow me to have the best quality video or broadcast that I could have. So, oopsie. So that's why I'm not going to stay on here very long. Okay. That being said, how's the world doing today? I hope everybody is in good standing and in the best of health that we could be in. Everybody's going through something somewhere, and either can use some word of encouragement or yeah, pretty much words of encouragement because we can be Debbie Downers all day long, knowing even if it just takes so much out of us not to say certain stuff, even if it's something that you believe in, you don't always got to crap on somebody's parade. Let's say something that we all can benefit from, or that you can reach to on a common level, because we always seem to think our beliefs and our way, our walk, the way we decide to walk should be everybody's, or it gives you a stepping stool to, hey, this is how I feel, this is what I believe, so this is what I'm gonna do. And and we tend to not realize our way doesn't always mean the right way. And let me say why I think this, because if that was the case, how come we in 220, what was this, 221, and this is where we're at? Still haven't picked up on critical thinking yet. It was robbed from us. It really was. And then standardized testing was put in place. But hey, that's a whole nother show. Okay. And if my shit freezes up now, just imagine after I get into that. Oh dear, oh dear. Don't worry. There's always StreamYard. Um, so we just got to do better at being considerate of others. Even being said, we have beliefs, but that does not make us the know all, do all. And why can't it make us more empathetic to people that we don't agree with? That should teach us to humble us, no matter what we do, where we come to in life, what beliefs we are stagnant in believing and holding on to so tightly. It should just show us that there's way more to this than our own thinking, what we think and what we see. We don't have all the answers, and I truly believe that we never really completely will. But we should have enough to be able to not keep repeating the same cycle over and over again. Start a new one that may need to be tweaked and turked a little bit, but something different. We should not be still having a race war. You can tell me whatever you want to tell me. You can take me back biblically or all that stuff. Heard it. But have you ever considered for 1 second, maybe somewhere along the line, this can be a test, and somewhere we're missing the mark? We've been here before. Somebody's been here before. It's like, oh, they're like, damn it, they were close. Humanity was close, and we just dropped the ball again. You want to know my opinion? But I think because this could be my own thinking. I don't think my shit's always the right shit. Excuse my language. I do have a problem with this shit word. I'm working on it. Yeah, I don't think. I think that where we're missing the mark is, you know how it always boils down to us respecting one another, accepting one another, and the very people that want to be accepted be the asshole. Like it just goes around and around, circle, 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 and we miss the mark. And it really, what it truly is, instead of talking about it, we need to be about it, and that's what we're not about. And everybody's like a bunch of simps, busters at some point because talk a lot of stuff, but ain't backing nothing up. And that means if we all are looking for some resolve and some peace and it's about respect, then even within your movement, struggle, walk, whatever it is, no matter how righteous it is, it never it's never going to be a time when you don't need to still have some consideration and respect for the next person because they're trying to do what you're trying to do. And if we all come to this common ground, because it's all about fighting and disproving this person, and this is like, what's happening here? And then the children go overlooked, and it's like, well, what was this all for in the first freaking place? If we're not doing this for our future, for the next generation, for the generation that rocked out in 2020 and held it down and was out there doing what they had to do when they could have just been, you know, Gen Z, I mean, they could have just been playing Candy Crush all day, but Corona sat them down, sat everybody down, and they chose to give a crap about the world and their future. So, and to everybody that did and still is, but if we could do it together and then try to put the pieces together, because we can't do it fighting. I don't care what you're trying to sell me. I know a lot of things. I think a lot of things, but I think sometimes certain things, you know how like you can have everything in place, like you might just be close to the truth, to what's right, but you're missing this one little piece. You got to figure it out. What if all that was, all of us together on this planet, was that one little piece? I'm gonna leave it right there. Bam! Drop the mic. You're welcome. So welcome. So that's what I have to say about that. And then I just want to say thank you to Haps because it's not too bad. It's not too shabby. What's going on here with the quality? So you're back in my happy place again. So before I go here, I always like to talk about the young ones, the youth, our children. I think that I think that adults make the most craziest immature decisions. It makes you question. You have children? The children even be the question. They be like, "My mom." That should wake us up to be like, what's going on here? We've got to do better because what you see is what you get. So when you do what you do, and in your environment, raising your children, don't be surprised. When in your mind you saw it one way, but with the action and actually having to parent human beings, you had to get a license to drive a car, but they don't have no license and there's no book on being a parent. But there's something called never taking any shortcuts when it comes to the livelihood of your children. You want the best. You want them to be better than we always want them to be better than us. Than when we carry on and you know what I mean? And it's like, okay, now let's create this foundation for our young ones so they can do better. Because we're you know what I mean? Like just no matter what's to come and what we believe, it still should be us trying to move in a better direction. And no matter what, it always comes back down to us all together on this planet. So you don't got to be all up in each other's business. Like when people say, look, I'm about me and my family. Okay, get it, got it, good. You should. But being a good person in life, when we encounter one another, when we don't even have to encounter one another, we just don't have to be so with all these different policies or things they throw at us. Everybody fights over like it's just the most ignorant thing ever when there's people that are hungry on the streets, people losing their lives. You know what I mean? We got people out here, billions and billions and billions and billions and billions. And I don't know if it's that many, but I'm just saying, if you put them all together, what are you going to do with all this money? Like you have so many people have, I mean, come on, the money that you can even try to spend all if you try. But yet people go into the nice cozy homes and rest their nice heads and with all that money that could change the world. That just shows you what money really is. It could change the world. But you know there's people out there that just want cold warm feet. You know what I mean? Some water, something to eat. And we can't this world is just not conditioned to give a shit about you getting a drop of clean water. Excuse my language. I told you I had a SHIT word problem. But it's true. And so when you look at the big picture, it's kind of like and please anybody out there, if you can't hear me, you must tell me now. Cuz I'm in deep. But no, seriously. That being said, that means that we have to be there for each other. Now we don't have to, and everybody got their reasons why they don't want to mingle or feel like this is the end days. I get it. I got shows for days if we want to go there. I will dedicate some time. We can break down this whole humanity thing, and I promise you it's going to boil back to this one thing if you're willing to go on that journey. Um, History, I believe, should be used as a bookmark, but it should be used. It shouldn't be ignored. And in history, it means so many different things to people. But let's just stay focused right now. It's a necessity. We should not live in it to the fact that we cannot even move on currently. But we should take it as a bookmark and go back to and look over some things. Like yeah, maybe we shouldn't do that. That didn't work out too well. Now this here, this seemed to be something, you know, learn from some stuff. Oh, look, they had this epidemic then. Maybe that we should go, yeah, you know, feel me? So all I'm saying is we gotta learn. Oopsie. We have to learn from things and stop making the same mistakes. It's up to us. We can't keep pointing the finger at government and over here and over there because it comes down to our thinking and if we why do we believe that's a whole nother show. Why do we believe or think or make the decisions we make, but they're still ours. And we can't expect people to make the same ones. I just think it's foolish. I don't care what the situation is because we all make our choices and decisions. We have our experiences and our perceptions. So if someone doesn't feel like a health choice is what's best for them, just like you chose to, is equal. And you should never have anything to say about, somebody making the choice they made because they made a different choice under the same information that everybody, well, some people actually did use critical thinking. I'm just saying, and some didn't. To each his own. But guess what? To each his own. No one has the right to tell somebody they're stupid or they're this or you're a risk. Don't fall for the hype. Don't be one of them. Wake up. Um, so on that note, like I said, we have to do better for our youth, and we should strive for that. I feel like we should give ourselves no cushion space to even have an opportunity to screw this up even more. We need to bounce back, and we need to do this for our children. Even if you believe this is the end, then why not go out, you know, being good people and doing what's right for the right reasons? And I think we all can agree that people love their children. So why can't we just do better for them and care about everybody's children? I was a teacher before the pandemic. Um, did the distance learning for a bit. That's a whole nother experience. I'm actually have a show for that in this other community that I have to. It's called Beam. So if you know about that micro podcasting, check it out. Um, I have a segment in there for like you teaching and like stuff that we they that are not that's not in the curriculum, like how to like be a good person, to not be a bully. How we actually were teaching our trying to teach our particular classroom empathy, what empathy was, and kindness. It was a struggle. So I have like tips in my experience with that, and then this one. So it takes a village. Um, yep. So that's what I have for this segment here. Let me see how have I been doing time wise? Why don't I see my time? Okay, 16:55. So I'm thinking, since it's just froze up, maybe it's telling me now, ready. So on that note, I'm not going to stay any longer. Thank you for checking me out. Subscribe, follow me. Trust me, I take you to different places. No, definitely check out Real Wise, the Real Wise radio station. That would be www.realwise radio. Follow me now. Okay, let's try this again. The radio station, the internet radio station is www.realwiseradio.com. And so you can definitely go there to the station. And if you know anybody or even yourself are interested in filling out an audition form, like if you are a comedian, up and coming comedian, you're in music, you're a podcaster, DJ, you just got a personality that is meant for it, check us out. And the website is Realize, yeah, Realize, okay, Real Wise Productions. Okay, so email realwiseproductions@gmail.com. Okay, and the website is www. I'm pretty sure that I'm sucking at this right now, and I have no idea why, because I do this all the time. www. Either way it goes, if you follow, I have it in the description. So www.realwiseproductions.com. That's the website, and you can also check out my website, and that is that's for just can't get enough podcasts. So that's kind of like what my voices of courage and stuff. You'll find like all that, and then some of the old stuff, a voice to be reckoned with. So that's the website for that though is just can't get enough podcast.club. So can't, not just can't get enough podcast.club. I repeat, can't, there's no apostrophe in there. Um, get enough podcast.club, which you'll find that in the description too. I'll make sure that it's there before I depart. So once again, thank you for tuning in and have a blessed day and see you soon.